I have never been this angry in my life. I'm angry because I now have full access to the back end of Goliath Ventures Inc. investment portfolio. And what I'm seeing is shocking. People have been looking at numbers on a screen and believing those numbers represent real money, real security, a real future, but they don't. What is being called hyper-compounding is not wealth. It is monopoly money dressed up to look like an investment. People who are not trained in how investments actually work have been shown a polished portal. They are told it shows growth. They trusted it. They believed it. Some invested huge, life-saving amounts of money, thinking they were protecting their families and their future. Instead, they were watching a fiction update every month. At the same time, serious questions have been raised about investor money and how it has been used. Reports point to extravagant personal spending, including million-dollar luxury events. Jason Girillo, good on you, mate, supporting the cause. Luxury vehicles, Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, multiple properties in Florida, expensive international travel on Lear jets, and a sudden move to Dubai, the cesspool of scammers. Promotional videos were published while payouts stalled. When scrutiny increased, social media content was quietly removed. This is not random. This is not bad timing. This follows a textbook scam pattern that I've been watching for the last 5 years. This isn't the first time in my career that I have had direct, unrestricted access to investors actually seeing what they're logging into each day. I've seen it before. This time, it's not screenshots, not secondhand stories, but the system itself. Once you see it from the inside, everything becomes very clear. This is not time to wait. This is not time to hope. This is not time to believe another effing excuse. People, you need to act now. Don't let another textbook scammer walk away with your future. Don't let propaganda replace accountability. Don't sit while evidence disappears. This is a live investigation. This is a FYI scam investigation. And I will fight this all the way because what has been done to these people is unforgettable. That's what I do. This is a blurry screen. This is the portal to Goliath Ventures. This is what people have logged into. And I am protecting the person that gave me full access to everything. Absolutely everything that you can think of. All the transaction, his contributions to Christopher Del Argo, how he transferred the money, his passport, his driver's license, his spouse's details. He put everything into this platform thinking it was real. And now he has to face the grim reality. He has lost the lot. This person put in over $200,000, only received one payout, and that's it. A token gesture of his own money paid back to him. This is a normal person, a person that put this money on their mortgage and now have realized they have lost the lot and they want our help to recover the funds, to seize the assets, and we're here to help you. Also, here are 3 videos. 3 videos. I'm going to get rid of the blurry screen. 3 videos telling the person how to put their money into the platform so that Mike can take his money away. How disgusting are these individuals? It's time to pay for your crime that you have been committing. This video is going to be like none other you have seen. Christopher, currently in Dubai. Yes, after the $5 million expenditure of the event in Dubai. You know, they have filed a court case against me in Florida. They have subpoenaed people to be there. Today, I got notices that they have discontinued the investigation with one of the individuals, and the other one's probably coming through as I sleep tonight, because they don't want to question these people, but they're using these people to intimidate. One person, $15 million they invested in Goliath. They got $2.8 million back. They took out all their money. And now a loyal customer has been threatened to be dragged through the court case so they can find out who is bankrolling me. They're using intimidation. And there's other people in this court case as well. There is no court case, ladies and gentlemen, because I am a New Zealander. There has been no court case filed in New Zealand High Court, which they would need to do. Instead of answering my questions, they've intimidated anybody who speaks up. In this video, you are going to read about multiple people that have had enough and have decided to speak up. And you are here for the journey. Christopher and his girlfriend, who he spent over $1 million with in the last 12 months. Lovely new handbag, living in Dubai in a $20 million apartment that you have paid for. $5 million worth, 5 over accommodation, or what do they call them, houses he's purchased in Florida. $4 million worth of sports cars, 2 Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, you name it. He's got it. He's got your money. He's been spending money like it's water when he used to work at In-N-Out Burger. But he got fired for dishonesty and thievery. This guy, Nick, well, he's been screened by SEC as well. Got ordered, the company he worked for and he represented, ordered to pay $2.2 million. He's in bed with Christopher. This guy, wow, he's a fitness trainer. He's just bought himself a new Ferrari. He's already got a Lamborghini. Yeah, a fitness trainer that can afford to pay $350,000 for a Lamborghini has just bought himself a new Ferrari. How's all the fitness trainers in the world getting on? Disgusting individuals. Matt Burke, well, he's off now working for Onyx Reserve, a new investigation that we've started. Yes, he's the operation manager for Onyx Reserve. He isn't registered. He hasn't got a trading license. No what do they call it? Phoenix license to do money trading. Don't even know much about Matthew. Some people have been scrubbed from the website already. This missing place here, we're on you. We've got your name and the name of the person of interest list. We have you. Other people, a stylist. Everyone needs a stylist. Stephen Davis, who's claimed that the media was writing about him, but the Business Insider magazine has already retracted his article. A self-promotion article that he paid, a sponsored article, has been removed. A fireman, 2 decades. of being a fireman. He's enticed his brothers that he fights the fires with to invest, mortgage their houses up to the hill. And now he is an alpha male, so he self-proclaims himself as, but really he is profited by promoting a Ponzi scheme to his brothers in fire. David, well, he's got the same beard, same attitude, and it just goes on. James, brother from another lover. No, James is Christopher's brother. His whole family have now got passports ready to flee to Dubai. How do I know this stuff? Because my Avengers work around the clock exposing Goliath Ventures. Hunter, well, your mother's been fantastic, bro, providing us information about your dirty deeds. And hopefully you've got yourself in order with your depression that you suffer. This guy here, well, wait until you see the fat lady sing. It's not over until the fat lady sings, but we have so much information about this guy coming forth right now. Every single person, Tomo, we've even been to where you aspired, whatever you call it, business that you hide under, wondering what type of business you actually really do in that company. Flew all the way to New Zealand paying $22,000 to come and visit New Zealand, to come and see a soft drink company. Awesome. Oh, Mike. Let's not forget Mike. He's in so deep, I can't even tell you. Adam, his PA, got so much information about all these guys. Oh, we're having a field day, Look, recently I published some stuff on my LinkedIn. We went through some of the propaganda information that you're seeing about Christopher. Christopher, I don't know if this is all generated with AI, but he's released 6 different videos. He's scrubbed all his social media, and now he's published 6 different videos, which are meant to help you think that you're safe with your investments. Well, we did a breakdown about those 6 videos, and we put it all on I've put it all on my LinkedIn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bit of an emotional moment for me. As I said, I have never been as angry as I am in my life, only because I've logged into the portal that they're using to fool people into thinking they've invested in something real. We are asking you guys. We've had so many people in the last couple of weeks reaching out to us. They finally realize it's a scam. The people that have been hanging on to hope like it's a branch are letting go and letting us take over. We can help you. This video is to show you what I did today. It's been a very long day, and we are fucking amazing. We can really make these people accountable. But if you're sitting here and you're giving us little wee squirrel bits of information, you need to wake up. You need to start giving us real information. And today is the first time somebody has said, I've had enough. Here's everything I know. Here's all the correspondence. And I want you guys to go fight my battles for you. You know what I did? I put my hand up. I did a video and I gave it to the government and said, here's a video of one person who's willing to speak and blow the whistle. Go to it. That's what I did today. And that's what I'm prepared to do for you. If you have invested through some sort of organization that looks after your investments and they keep on stringing you along, telling you shit stories, it's time to wake up and hurry up and give us your information. If your balance is hyper compounding, but you can't withdraw a cent, you don't have an investment. You have a story being told to you on your screen. Do you understand what that means? Just because you can log into a portal. Now, I'm just going to ad lib, which I shouldn't be doing, but I can't help myself. You log into a portal, you can see your contract, you can see your deposit slip, you can see your request to take your money out, but you can't transfer your money off the platform into crypto or into a bank account. That is what makes me so angry. You guys have no idea what you've invested in. Go to your bank, log in, and transfer your money out. That is the reality. You can, can't you? Why the hell can this investment opportunity that pays anywhere from 3% right through to 8% not let you withdraw your money? If you read your contract, you will see they have 7 to 10 days, unless hell freezes over, not to give you your money back. Now, since October, November, December, and now the end of January, you've been told that things are going to go back to normal. It is called hyper compounding. And because you can log in and look at a screen and you see how much money you're theoretically owed, are you shitting me? Do you really believe that you're going to get paid that money? The company claims they had 115% of investors' funds secured at all times in 2024. Matt Burke said that. He was the independent auditor. Wake up. This investigation is written for investors who sense that something has gone badly wrong, even if you took time to accept it. Look, we're not here to go against you guys. We're here to help you guys. And unfortunately, some people just need a little bit of nurturing to really realize what's going on. I'll make that screen a little bit bigger. For months, people have been promised regular distributions and reassured that delays are temporary. Does that sound familiar? While money fails to arrive, that's what you're doing this for. It's an investment opportunity. Dashboards continue to update. Balance continue to rise. Going to be rich one day, and investors are encouraged to wait just a little while longer. While meanwhile, they'll have a $5 million event just to celebrate their success. Many did, because the system was designed to make waiting feel, I wonder what that word says.
Rational.
I don't want any viewers. Thanks, mate. Thanks for posting that on my chat room. I will remove that and remove from broadcast. There we go. Hey, Microsoft Certified Trainer. Nice to see you here. Since the 1st of December is when I first come on the scene, which ain't that long ago, really. We've have stated publicly that Goliath Ventures Inc. is operating a large-scale Ponzi scheme. At the time, that warning was uncomfortable to hear and easy to dismiss. 4 months later, patience has turned into panic. That's what we're getting right now. What this blog documents is not opinion or hindsight, but verifiable evidence gathered directly from inside their own platform. And that's what this video is about. It explains how so-called hypercompounding is used to delay. I can't even read that word. What is it? Hold up. What's that word? Oh my God, I can't read it. 1 minute, please, caller.
Live. New. So, one notification.
Here it is.
Escalation.
So hyper compounding is used to delay, I can't even remember it.
Escalation.
When payments failed. How legitimate financial platforms behave very differently, and while this moment matters. Look, guys, I don't want you to lose your money. Really, I really want you to wake up. I mean, I am so angry today. When I looked at the backside of the inside of the portal, which I showed you all blurred out to protect our investor, I just couldn't believe that people have actually think that there is genuine. I mean, it's like going to the bank and then realizing that you can see all your money, but you can't withdraw it. And that's exactly what all these, if you go into Google Play Store, there's all these apps that you can download, and you can upload your money to these wallets, but you can never take it off the platform. And this is exactly what Goliath Ventures has done. Most importantly, it records something is unprecedented. Investors have stopped protecting the system. They are handing over the back-end access, contracts, exit agreements, transaction records, and communications. So all the communications that we are getting, when we first started doing this investigation, people were giving us screenshots, but now they're just forwarding all the email correspondence of all the people that are involved. They're giving us everything. And today, obviously, which really shocked me, was we have back-end access to Goliath Ventures investment portal, allowing their cases to be verified, video documented, which means that we're finding a way to work with our investigators. My database ain't much use to them. So I come up with a bit of a brain fart today and thought, I know what I'll do is I'll video my database. I will show the documents that we have. I will give the phone numbers, and these people will be high in the queue. So if you want our help, if you don't, that's fine. I'm not asking you for anything. I do this free of charge because I've got nothing better to do with my time, is we are actually giving this to the people who are actively investigating. Promise you one thing, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, shit's going to get real. This is your only opportunity to do something about it. We have had people reach out to us who have put $500,000 into Goliath Ventures, and they want to negotiate with us on their terms. Excuse my language, Mum. Go fuck yourself. If you want our help, you've got to be transparent, and you've got to do what we say, and the time is disappearing. This is evidence being assembled in real time. I cannot say to you guys, look, I woke up at 5:30 this morning with a phone call from someone who's just realized they've lost everything, and they rung me up in a panic. I've been up since 5:30 in the morning helping other people who realize they've lost everything. Do you realize what that does to a human? If this company was legitimate, this particular individual would have got their money back 30 days ago. Instead, we get this bullshit shit from people making up lies, everything will be back to normal at the end of January. Stop listening to the lies and start acting now. Don't muck around. I'm going to be world famous, I promise you. And you're going to wish you listened to me. What have you got to lose? People are handing over the keys. They are coming along with their Porsches and their Ferraris, and they're going, I'm sick of driving this vehicle. Here's the keys, Danny DeHeck. Take this key from me and drive off with what I think is valuable. I'm getting access to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 Goliath Ventures accounts. And people are letting me have full access to the back end of their website because they know that it's just a back end of a website that does absolutely nothing. It is hurting me. People are no longer sending copies of screenshots or asking whether their concerns are valid. They are handing over full access, contracts, dashboard, exit agreements, wire instructions, how they put the money in, how they took the money out. Full correspondence is coming flying in at the moment.
Not fragments, not interpretations, total visibility.
One investor who identified whose identity has been protected provided full back-end access today to his account inside Goliath Ventures investment portal. This time it wasn't screenshots, no summaries, it was live access. That access allowed us to independently verify what he was shown, what he signed, what he deposited, what he received, and exactly what happened when he formally requests for his money back. This investigation is no longer relies on what people say. It relies on what the platform itself showed. What the back end showed and what it does not show. When we logged in, the system presented itself a carefully curated image of legitimacy. So it looked real to a certain degree, not to the trained eye. The backend contains an original agreement, identity documents, partner details, and assigned partner managing the account. So as we've said earlier on, it's like a pyramid. Chris is at the top, Goliath, and everyone that you saw on the team here that I just flicked through earlier on, these lads here are all partners. They have all been instructed to set themselves up their own accounts, their own LLC companies. So Chris has been feeding them and they have been feeding you. When I logged into the back-end system, we could see that each of those individuals have their own name attached to their investors. At first glance, it looks complete, but it does not provide control. It's nothing. It's logging into the back end is just heartbreaking. That's why I'm so angry. There is no self-service exit. Oh my God, I couldn't believe this. No crypto withdrawal function. This is a company that says they have built themselves on blockchain mining, liquidity pools, blockchain technology. There's no way to get your money off the platform. If you put your money into Binance, you can transfer it into a different crypto, and then you can transfer it back to fiat currency. But here, there's no facility to transfer your money off the platform. Oh my God, guys, what have you done? No bank transfers, no custody control, no control of your money. I'm not rubbing salt on the wound. I'm just bleeding here with you. Every attempt to leave requires human permission. You cannot do anything unless you go back to your upline. This is multi-level marketing. Some people have got 3% return per month. Some other people have got 8% return per month. But there's no way to get your money off the platform. You need to go back to your mate, the person that sponsored you into it. Everything's routed through the assigned partner. A legitimate platform gives users controls. This platform gives users gatekeepers. Everything's policed. When they run out of money, the money stops. The money stopped. That difference only becomes visible once money stops flowing, which is exactly where investors find themselves now. Hyper-compounding as a retention tool. Have I got that word right?
Retention tool.
Oh, my God, I've never actually seen the word hyper-compounding until today. Hyper-compounding is not a recognized financial product. In legitimate finance, compounding simply refers to reinvesting returns over time. So compounding. Here it serves a very different purpose. Inside the back end, balances continue to rise even if withdrawals fail. The visual message is growth. The behavior outcome is delay. The behavioral outcome is delay. Investors are conditioned to wait because the screenshot suggests waiting is working. It isn't. Numbers on the dashboard is not money. Money is money. When withdrawals fail while balances continue to grow, hyper-compounding stops being a transparent strategy and becomes a I can't never get that word right. I'm never going to get it. Mechanism designed to hold people in place. So you might log in there and think, oh, yeah, I haven't been scammed. But you have. You have, guys. I don't want to be, don't shoot the messenger. I got abused by somebody in Canada. Hi. Claiming because I managed to freeze their Bank of America bank account that I was responsible for Goliath not being able to pay people. Have you ever heard any such bullshit? The guy was abusing me on a video message, claiming that I'm responsible for the collapse of Goliath. They are responsible for their own behavior. I don't freeze bank accounts. I send information to banks and they review it and make their own informed decisions. The withdrawal request, that changes everything. In the case that I reviewed, the investor formally requested to withdraw in accordance with the agreement that he signed. So if you go through your agreement, you will see that you have every right to ask for your principal back and the interest that you've theoretically earned. I would recommend only taking the principal that you've put in. If you put 100,000 in, get 100,000 out. Don't take a penny more. My recommendation. That agreement set out a clear process. A withdrawal request is made by notice, and the company states it will use reasonable efforts to return the requested amount within 5 to 7 business days. Have you requested your money out? And has it been more than 5 to 7 days? The contract allows for delays only in narrow, I'm going to read this so I get it right.
Narrowly defined circumstances, such as suspected malicious activity, system issues, or exchange disruptions. And even then, those delays are framed as exceptions, not the rule.
Yeah, so let's just say they're going to, which they have done, is blamed that I managed to seize their Bank of America account, and that is why they're freezing any payments at the moment. That's not true, because they are claiming that an auditor is currently auditing the company and instructed Christopher to freeze all money. Meanwhile, they've been blowing money on $5 million events for Christmas. So what do you want to believe? In this case, the standard withdrawal window elapsed. No qualifying exemptions was cited. So even if they do have these exceptions, they haven't cited any of them. However, I have heard from multiple investors that they're blaming that I have frozen their bank accounts. No resolution was provided and the request funds were not returned. At that point, the situation changed fundamentally. This stops being about expectations, operational delays, or temporary liquidity issues. It becomes non-performance under the company's own written terms. So as I've said way at the very start, their own contracts will be the sword that they fall on. Go back and read your contract and read the terms. When you want your money out, it's yours. Get your money out now? You can't. However, in saying that, on the 10th of December, an investor who invested $100,000 at 5% return, who compounded his investment, received his money out. Not only did he get the $100,000 that he invested, he also got the compounded interest back as well. $180,000 or more he got. So why is some people getting paid and others not? What follows is critical. Even after the contractual withdrawal period has passed, the investor's account continued to display a growth through hyper-compounding entries. So when you log into the system, which I can't show you because I'll break the identity of the person that showed me this stuff, showing ongoing gains while the withdrawal request remains. I'm just going to read this because I'm no good at reading. I might even go right down to there. There we go. What do we got here?
It is not a neutral accounting choice. It reflects a system that maintains the appearance of progress while failing to meet a clear contractual obligation. This is the point where waiting ceases to be patience and becomes harm.
So imagine being on a date and she's a knockout. That's what they're doing. You log into this portal and you look at this beautiful figure of money and you're thinking, I'm going to get it. You might as well be holding the winning lotto ticket, but not reading the newspaper over here that says Lotto has gone bankrupt. What are you doing? Logging into Goliath Ventures, looking at your lotto ticket, and over here, authorities, government agencies are telling you this company's a fraud and they're going bankrupt, but you still want to hold up the winning lotto ticket. What we do with the information that people provide, When investors come forward with full documentation, I'm sick of the screenshots, I'm sick of the half pies, I don't want to tell you who my investor is. You've got to be transparent with us. We do not simply store it. We're really proactive. Now, I got woken up at 5:30 this morning. I received all the email correspondence from day one from this person. They provided me full access to Goliath Ventures website. Every document that I could, I've put into a database. I've produced a video and I've sent it off to the government that's fighting this. What else do you want me to do? That's pretty impressive for somebody who woke up at 5:30 in the morning, who's had a very long day. And today, how much money do you think I've made? Nothing. From my YouTube stuff. I do other things. Each case is actively worked. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Contracts are verified against backend data. Timelines are reconstructed. And critically, videos, walkthroughs are recorded. So we get all your information, we put it into a video, we document it, we archive it, we give it to the right people, showing exactly what the investors was shown versus what actually occurred. These are not videos for content, they are evidence packages. This is the best way that we can communicate with the governments. They don't like all the database stuff that we have, but we can give them one video showing them everything they want. And then when it goes to court, they'll be able to use our documents that we have on file and basically incarcerate anyone that's been heavily involved. They allow regulators and law enforcement agencies to see the system operate exactly how investors are experiencing it. We put in these investigators in your shoes without interpretation, spin, or memory gaps. This work is slow, it is methodical, and it is not being done anywhere else at this level. I have a mighty team of Avengers, and we work bloody fucking hard, and we do what people... I actually wrote this with ChatGPT, and I yelled at it and called it some swear words, and I said, I want you to write this in a way where they realize that we're doing something that's never been heard of before. We're going the extra mile. We're working for the investors who want to know what's happened to their money. We're doing things unconventionally. We're documenting things in ways that have never been done before. We are in the era of AI. The amount of information I can store, I can document, the amount of clever stuff that I have got in my fingertips to do amazing shit. I remember I first saw the internet back in 1992, maybe 91. I went to the University of Canterbury and they had the internet on the screen and they had Netscape up. And they were showing me the internet for the first time. I went to a seminar and I thought, wonder if this internet thing will really take off. Because this is when I used to use, is it Telnet? And we used to use IRC, International Relay Chat, to talk to people on the internet. I set up computers using, I used to ring up bulletin boards and you'd phone a number and it would spit out the code to burn 7 diskettes on your A drive. And I used to install the internet on my computer, and then I used to install the TCP/IP protocols on my computer and other people's computer, and I get the internet going. There's a guy in New Zealand called Jason Gunn. I put him on the internet. Richard Hadley, which you may be familiar with. James Daniels, Ken Ellis. I didn't actually put Ken Ellis on the internet, but he's a radio announcer here in New Zealand, Christchurch. And he said on the radio once, can Danny DeHeck contact me, put me on the internet? And I went around to James Daniels and I set him up on the internet. And I was the guy that used to run around Christchurch setting people up, putting modems in people's computers and plugging them in, a 14.4 modem. That's what I did. Way back then, I never thought the internet would be used to commit so many scams and mislead people. Patterns emerging across multiple cases. As more investors come forward, the same behavior repeats. Not once, not occasionally, consistently. Across cases already documented, the same pressure points appear again and again. Withdrawals require approval instead of execution. It's not what you know, it's who you know. As we said in previous videos, it's the romantic partners that were getting paid. Timelines shift repeatedly since October, November, December, and now end of January, we've been told. Without written confirmation, it's everyone trying to calm the farm. Some investors continue to receive payments while others stalls. Yes, somebody has been paid on the 10th of December. I'll just repeat that. Someone got paid on the 10th of December 2025. They got their $100,000 back, and they got their 5% that they were getting compounded, and they invested for 12 months. Some investors continue to receive payments while others stall. Are you being stalled? Are you being stalled, or is the game up? Balances continue to hyper-compound to stroke people's ego while exits fail. Communication becomes controlled by restriction. KYC reviews, fees, or compliance issues appear late without settlement proof. No single element proves fraud. What is that saying? Hold up.
No single element proves fraud.
You have to read that. I'm not going to read. Patterns across hundreds of millions of dollars do. Okay. What investors need to provide. If you want your case taken seriously, summaries are useless. I'm sick of listening to people telling me their story. I get it. I understand. You took out your 401k, you mortgaged your house. I get it. But it's time to throw everyone under the bus. And that's what we got today. We got everything. Somebody said, I've had enough. I'm sick of talking. I want your help. And we're all here to help people. Investigations move on original material, not impressions. I'm tired. I've had a very long day. And as I said, I've never been so angry in my life. But I want you to listen to this.
In practical terms, that means providing agreements, withdrawal requests and responses, back-end access or recordings, proof of funds sent and received, and the identities of the sponsor and partner managing your account. If conditions changed late, fees, forced hypercompounding, restricted communication channels, that information matters, victims are protected, names are redacted, but evidence is non-negotiable.
Just reading the comments here from Jazzy. Okay, getting flashbacks from Hyperverse. That's where I did my apprentice. So if you want to contact me, unlike other YouTubers, even though I've talked to people, which I won't name, but people with 4 million subscribers, I can pick up the phone and talk to them. They're all waiting for indictments to happen, and then they'll do an amazing story and they'll probably get the limelight. And that's fine. I don't really care. But if you want to contact me and share whatever, look, how many people do you know? I'm based in New Zealand. Please respect my sleep time if you can. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. would be nice. You can contact me via Signal. Signal is my heart of communication. The intel I get from Signal is incredible. If you don't know what Signal is, install it on the internet. Get yourself off WhatsApp and get yourself off Telegram. You'll just get continuously harassed by people who are running scams, unfortunately. But if you don't believe me, contact me on WhatsApp here. Here's my phone number. You can email me. Don't fill up my mailbox with shit. Give it to me, all the attachments. Put your name, put your sponsor, put your phone number, put your home address. Give it to me, and then I will give it to people who can contact you and ring you up and put you in the top of the list. Do not sit here on your hands thinking you'll wait and see. October, November, December, $5 million Christmas party, 1,000 people attended, $1,000 a night accommodation, $600 to $700 gifts for everybody that's turned up. Jason Derulo, the singer, and you had a great night with your money. Stop, wake up, and stop being an idiot. Fraud doesn't survive on belief. It survives on delay. That's my wee saying. So if your balance is still hyper compounding while your withdrawals don't exist, stop waiting. A number of you cannot access is not the asset, so you can't get your money out. It is a delay mechanism. I can't read. Why am I kidding? Let's just get into this. Make my life
Mechanism
easier.
designed to keep you quiet while time is used against you. Screenshots will not save you. Reassurance emails will not save you. Protecting the person who introduced you will not save you.
Stop listening to bullshit. Please stop it. I'm exhausted today. I've had enough. It is hard work. Evidence is the only thing that motivates authorities. If you don't have evidence, we have a fire starter, and now a big massive fire is going to start, and you guys are going to be sitting there going, "Wish I got in early." And, we've got people we know have lost 4 million. Hello, 10 million. We've got 16 people in the medical profession that have all followed each other off the cliff. Too embarrassed to say, look, we're not going to blow your name. We're going to give you a name to people who will contact you and want to know your story. But don't fluff around. If you have been affected, this is your moment to shine. Document what you were shown. Verify what actually happened. Escalate. There's a better word. While the evidence still exists. Don't wait until the gun stops smoking. This is the only way forward if you want your money back. Look at that. There's a friggin' space in there. How inconsiderate is that? Hold it. Let me show you how I handle my spaces. What I've just realized is you come down to here and there's this big gnarly space in between here. And I actually am ADHD, I reckon. I aren't really, but apparently I would be. So I come all the way down here, and I get to that point. There it is. And I get rid of that space. Now look at this. I'm going to put an A here, an S here. If you don't know anything about code, there it is. And I can see there is no. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm just going to go and tidy that up. There we go. And I think I'm just going to move that over there and get that right to that right space. There we go. And then I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go back. Anyway, guys, I just I wanted you to know that, look, we're getting people finally who are coming and asking us for help. We do have a WhatsApp group that you can join. You can join and we will screen you. It's not a viewing room. It's an active investigation room where you can go in there. And if you're willing to give us the right documentation and tell us who your sponsors were and you actually really want to fight this with us, then let us know. Now, I've done 27 maybe blogs. The first one I did was actually about the contract that you've been looking at today. And I said from the very start that this is the sword that they will fall on. Their own contracts aren't watertight. They were telling people they were compliant, and they were. They claimed to people that we were doing a smear campaign, and we were jealous for whatever reason. Their bookkeeper disappeared on the 2nd of September. We found out that the bookkeeper actually works for Harry Samuels. He's the guy that's been setting up all the LLC companies. They had a fake audit done by Matt Burke, who's now working for another company called Onyx Reserve, and we're investigating them at the moment. And he's theoretically got a company called Black Block, and he's off doing something else. These guys, all the guys, everyone that we've researched in the company doesn't have a FinCEN registration, which means they don't have a money handling license. So any money that they've handled of yours is not done the correct way. Clawbacks, if you've made more money than a walk in shit and thinking this was a great investment and you've recruited people and you think, I came out all right, then the clawbacks are going to hurt you. So don't spend that money and contact us if you're feeling guilty. I've had people tell me they've made money and they want to give me the money. I don't want your money. I've had people knock on my door offering me $150,000 to shut up and remove these videos. Unregistered security problem. Now, you've got contracts. They shut down the company on the 3rd of September. Go to Florida, search the company registrar, and see where Goliath Ventures Inc. is. They shut down on the 3rd of September. How good's your contract? And then we did a video on what a real company like this would actually look like. It doesn't look anything like Goliath. Who's profiting from this? Where are they spending the money? All the restaurants, all the events, all the venues, the building sales, whatever it is. Then we see them trying to get in with the people in the world, so that we've got photos with Kalpesh Patel, Ron DeSantis, Andrew Tate, and then Andrew Tate kicks them out of their brotherhood, which is a bit of a scream, but you have to go watch that. Then they sued me, which doesn't work. I'm not being sued by anybody. They have no jurisdiction over me. There's no New Zealand courtroom. They've used that so many times, it makes me laugh. Anytime somebody rings me up and they go, I hear that they're telling everyone that they've sued you. No one has sued me in New Zealand, where I live, and they've filed a stupid court hearing in the state of Florida. I don't live in Florida. I don't have any business dealings there. Out of politeness, we've filed a motion to dismiss, telling the courts this is a joke. There's no court case pending. I am not in trouble. I am a journalist. I'm reporting the truth. Good luck with that. But they've tried everything. We talk about the dirty tactics. I've had 4 copyright strikes now from Goliath Ventures. I've had 10 copyright strikes in the last 2 months. I have fought every single one of them and won every single one of them. But this is the dirty tactics they do to get my videos removed. Crypto crashed. You lost $380 billion in a day. Biggest crash ever in crypto. Goliath Ventures claims it didn't have any impact on them. They even held a webinar, a 45-minute long webinar that lasted for 12 minutes. No one could ask any questions. No one could put their hands up. It was done and dusted. Don't worry. Calm the farm. Tell everyone it's all right. However, no payments have been made since. Out of politeness, we filed a 22 motion to dismiss. So you can go in here and read these articles. You can see the actual documents that were submitted to the courts and check out the latest postings from the courts. Their lawyers are fucked in the head. Whistleblower. We had somebody ring us up asking us if he's okay. He put $500,000 in, 500,000 in, and then what did he say? Put 500,000 in, made 15,000, didn't want the 15,000, and then he was just trying to save his ass. So we did a video about somebody who's a whistleblower versus an opportunist. Then they tell you that the Bank of America couldn't handle the growth of Goliath Ventures, and they had banking problems. We've heard of people that are getting paid and the bank's not honouring the payments because we have frozen their bank accounts. I have not frozen their bank accounts. Let me correct. We have told the banks to check out the transactions and they have frozen the bank accounts. We cannot freeze bank accounts, but we can show the banks what's happening and they can do their own investigation, and they have shut down the bank accounts. Stephen Davis, that was a joke. That was the funniest thing ever. Published himself in the Business Insider magazine. We wrote to the Business Insider magazine and said, what the heck are you doing? They took the article off. It went back online. We complained again. It went offline. It's still offline today. He was claiming he was a hero. He's a load of shit. Packet of snot, poos and wheeze, if you ask my opinion. Goliath Ventures payouts stop. Oh, I feel for everybody that has invested in this. I truly do. It's honestly, I'm so angry that you can log into this portal and it's just smoke and mirrors. This portal is not connected to any bank account. It's not connected to any exchange. You can't take your money out. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's literally, I'm a website designer and I've been designing sites since 1993, and this is just a website where they change whatever you want to see. It's not connected to anything. It's all done with Excel sheets here, and they update. It's all mathematical equations. It's just disgusting. Andrew Tate. Well, if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, do a search on him. He kicked the Goliath boys out of his the war room stuff that he was doing because Christopher apparently wouldn't tell Andrew Tate how he was making all his gazillions. No more. Tomo, well, he's too busy doing Christmas photos. He's a washed up scammer. How's he got to get out of this? More Instagram posts, Tomo. People will think what they say about you isn't true. What else? What did we talk about? Canadians. Canadians were offered 8% return. This is when they're getting really desperate. So they go to a Canadian investor and said that if you give us $100,000, we will give you 8% of your own money back each month. And this was their last-ditched effort to keep the Ponzi scheme going. Tomo, the Brotherhood post, just before the event, alleged $5 million event, he was telling everyone to say strong, and he's posting hashtag Goliath strong. Vince Ageto, he was he's no longer, he's been removed from the Goliath Ventures website, and rumors are that he's very upset and he's regretting his involvement with Goliath Ventures. I do believe that this Goliath strong thing was internal pressure to keep him in the Brotherhood. What have we got? Then we got told that on the 15th and 18th of December, everything would resume back to normal. Conveniently, a newsletter that came out on the 2nd of December, just before they had their $5 million Christmas dinner. Christopher flew out to Dubai over the 15th. He's back in Dubai. His company is currently in crisis. And here he is doing all these stupid videos claiming that they're here for 2026. Now, I use AI quite a lot. These images here and these videos, I believe they've all been done with real crisp, but they're all done with AI. I don't believe he sat here and said all these in one go. So he's hired a company to create these, what I call propaganda messages. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel about this? I'd love to know your comments. A lot of people keep quiet. They don't want to be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. These guys are professional scammers. Right. What else have we got down to? Broken promises, vanishing transparency, accountability looms. Nothing happened. Look, you can see this is my 27th video, 27th blog. Surely I didn't wake up and thought I'd just go after Goliath Ventures for no reason. Megan Lynch. G'day, mate. I'm exhausted. And I think I want to read my introduction again. I've never been so angry in my life. I'm angry because I now have full access to the back end of Goliath Ventures Inc. investment portal. And what I'm seeing is absolutely shocking. People have been looking at numbers on the screen and believing those numbers represent real money, real security, and a real future. They don't. What is being called hyper compounding is not wealth. It is monopoly money dressed up to look like an investment. People who are not trained in how investments actually work are shown a polished portal. They are told it shows growth. They trusted it. They believed it. Some invested huge, life-changing amounts of money, thinking they were protecting their families and their future. Instead, they were watching a fiction update itself every month. At the same time, serious questions are being raised about how investors' monies have been used. Reports mainly by me and other people, point to extravagant personal spending, including multi-million-dollar events, luxury vehicles, multiple property purchases in Florida. One of them's back on the market for sale after 2 months, just saying. Expensive international travel, and a sudden move to Dubai. Why is everyone moving to Dubai? Well, I don't need to tell you the answer to that. Promotional videos were published while payouts stalled. When scrutiny increased, social media content was quietly removed. This is not random. This is not bad timing. This follows a textbook scam pattern. This is the first time in my career that I have had direct, unrestricted access to what investors actually see when they log in. Not screenshots, not secondhand stories, but the system itself. Once you see it from the inside, everything becomes really clear. This is not the time to wait. It's not the time to hope. This is not the time to believe another excuse from the partners. People, you, my mate, my friend, I welcome you to contact me. It's time to act now. Don't let another textbook scammer walk away with your future. Do not let propaganda replace accountability. Do not sit back while the evidence disappears. This is a live investigation. This is FYI, scam investigation. DYI, it's meant to be. Do it yourself scam investigations. Let's do it. Let's go after these bastards. I will fight this all the way. As I often say in my videos, I'll fight this to the death. Because what has been done to these people is unforgivable. I'm Danny DeHeck. Reach out to me. Give me access to everything, and I'll do what I do with the help of my Avengers. See you in the next videos.